Hi guys, today we're doing another post-game commentary. I did a post-game commentary in my last video on Teemo Top. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being able to talk a bit more thoroughly about what I'm thinking, what I'm doing in the game, especially during fights. And today we are back down into the support role. We're playing Nautilus support, which isn't that uncommon, but with the introduction of Even Shroud, I think it is. Even Shroud? Even Shroud. And the, sorry, I can't move that, ignore me. And the changes to Glacial Augment, I decided to try a build which I'm just going to call, sorry, the Bane of ADC's build. The whole premise of this build is we take a high CC champion in Nautilus, and we just build as many items and runes as we can to just screw the enemy ADC. So this game we have gone Glacial Augment. Can I get? Yes, I can. We have also gone Magical Footwear, Biscuit Delivery, and Approach Velocity, and that's just so that when we ult people, with Approach Velocity at least, that's just so that when we ult people we can chase up to them, and then Overgrowth and Conditioning to make us a little bit tankier into the late game because we love our tank stats. Anyway, we start off by just wandering straight into the enemy's red and taking it away from them there. So we do put Echo a little bit behind. Mordekaiser, as you can see on the minimap, has warded the top side red, so we know that if Echo's going to come, and as you can probably guess he does. I miss a Q, unfortunately, onto the team. I knew he was in that bush, didn't exactly know where, obviously. And our Callista does take some damage trading into the Jinx, but nothing too terrible so far. We are just playing around the bush, seeing if we can catch our champion. I know I'm going to hit level 2 here, so I'm like, right, I'm just going to run straight up to the Jinx, and we do get an engage. I Q the Teemo, I didn't mean to, and as you can see here, I changed my target from the Jinx to the Teemo because I was hoping we can get both kills. And we, in fact, as you'll soon see, do. So we do get both kills. I go to throw there, which is really nice. I changed target, as I said, just to make sure we could confirm that kill. Callista stayed alive, so even though I died, I'm really happy trading 2 for 1 there. As you saw, Echo did go into our red buff, and Mordekaiser really tried to push him out. Wasn't able to alone, unfortunately, didn't get there quick enough. And Zed was just chilling in the mid lane. Jindal does look for a gank on Akali in the mid lane, but Akali being Akali kills herself? Unfortunately, Jinzao does die in the trade, but a strange play. I didn't see that when I played the game. But yeah, Akali does die there after jumping back in for seemingly no reason. And we just gone back bot lane, waiting for our Callista to come back down with us. Callista hasn't Black Speared us now, and I didn't know if it was because a first time Callista or what. I still don't. But she didn't Black Spear us until a little bit later on, so you will see that eventually. She's not just completely ignoring the item. She does use it just a little bit later on. Anyway, we're back in lane. We have a couple charges of our supply, and we are just going to be farming up, trying to give that gold over to both me and Callista, and generally playing quite safe. We don't want to take too much poke from the Teemo, but we do now see that Jinzao is towards bot side. I know that if we do engage and Jinzao's anywhere near bot lane, it's just a free kill. So I just push them off the back of the Monia wave so they can't actually get up and absorb some of that XP. I see Jinzao fighting, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down for this. He does get the knock up on Jinx, and I am able to combat that into a Q, proccing my Glacial Augment, which slows the Teemo as well. We don't unfortunately get Echo because he does flash, and Teemo will unfortunately get away because he's very close to tower. But he couldn't get on us, and that was the important thing. Akali came down but missed her E, because I stopped to do the ward. So we did pick up 2 wards here, which isn't that exciting, but you know, it happened. And we do give Zed some time to free farm in the mid lane. Unfortunately, Mord did die in the top side, and he is suffering in the CS department a little bit, which is unfortunate for him, but it is a Mordekaiser, he can come back from it very easily. Back in the bot lane, I get another hook on the Teemo, which is quite an amazing hook, to be honest. We are going to be able to kill him with the Callista Rend, one of the best abilities for executing targets, especially if you built up loads and loads of stacks. Again, we just go back to farming. We don't really have much to do. I don't want to tower dive too much. Otherwise it becomes boring and predictable, so we just take a plate there, we back off. I'm 2-1-2 and my Kalista's 1-0-3. And the one thing I will say about this game is it lasts way too long. There was a very large period of time in the middle of this game where just we failed to make anything happen. Here we go, here's the Black Spear. Anyway. Yeah, there were a few mistakes made later on. But the early game went really, really quickly. Sort of things were happening all across the map. At any given time, there was something going on. So we are building up a little bit of lead. Kalista has a 12 CS lead on Jinx at the moment. Teemo is very vacant, and he's very vacant from the lane for the majority of this game. So that's not going to be something that changes. Sorry, just having a quick drink there. So we do head back bot lane. Again, we are just looking to help Kalista. Akali dives on Zed in the mid lane, but can't really get anything done. She does have the second charge of our ult, but it's not going to kill, so there's no real point. She dashes away. Back down to us. We look for another hook. Unfortunately, do miss it onto the Teemo. So we are just going to move back, proc some of those procs of our support item, and continue to lane. Echo gang top wasn't able to get anything out of it. Mordekaiser does go low though, so he is unfortunately forced to back off. I see Teemo come out here and I'm like, okay, this isn't happening. So turn straight on him. I believe we kill him. Yeah, we do kill him. But unfortunately, I switched targets onto Jinx, I think a little bit too early. I should have really finished off the Teemo, so unfortunately, my ADC does die as well. And here was a big misplay from me. I expected her to keep running. She uses the zap, so she stops. I then get minion blocked a little bit. Attacker. I'm like, yeah, I can probably win this. I have my Q coming up. And then typically... I didn't even Q. Wow, okay. I thought I Q'd there. I didn't. Oh, sorry. Back onto the top lane. We do see Shinzao killing Kennen. But I thought I Q'd there. Back at the replay, I actually didn't. I thought I Q'd and it got blocked by a minion, but I guess not. Well. Okay, never mind. We do unfortunately die there. I did definitely get overzealous. I thought with my shield and my Q coming up, I could almost definitely kill her. But she will unfortunately live. She puts herself at 2-2-1. We're still 3-2-2, and our Kalista is still 1-1-4. Our mid laner is scaling 2-0, and then all the surgeons I was 2-1. So there's no real threat to this game. We are still ahead by a few kills here and there. And we have a lot more assists than the enemy team, so our gold is staying higher. Kalista gets a solo kill here, and I notice that she's fighting the Teemo. So I'm like, quick, I need to get bot lane as fast as I can. I then flash Q the Teemo to stop him chasing the Kalista any further, and we're actually able to kill him with the assistance of a Kalista Rend. He does die, and we save our Kalista, which is the more important thing. I found that flash hilarious at the time. I was like, couldn't have been timed any better. Jinx ult goes absolutely nowhere, that's where all the pings come from, and then we see Akali coming down from the river. I catch her with a Q, I'm like, yep, you want to come down bot lane, I'll quite happily fight you, just don't go near my Kalista. She does ward the other side of the wall, and unfortunately it has the range to ult, which I thought was a bit much, but there we are. Luckily our Zed is going to be able to ult, and we do pick up another kill, so we trade 1 for 1 there after already going 2 for 0, so we're looking at 3 for 1, which isn't terrible. Again, our Zed gets a kill. He can further snowball. It's unfortunate that Carly got the kill of everyone because she does snowball so hard, but it wasn't the end of the world. We're just going to back now. I have nothing really to do. I guess I could have gone and helped with Drake here, but I think I was close to... Yes, I finished Even Shroud. And it is called Even Shroud, there we go. So Even Shroud's effect, for those of you who don't know, Coruscation? I do not know how to pronounce that. After immobilizing it, champions or being immobilized cause the target and all nearby enemies to take 9% increased damage for 4 seconds. On Nautilus and Leona and any of these high CC supports, this item is crazy. You get so much damage whenever you're able to CC someone, and with champions like Leona and Nautilus that just permanently have some form of CC up, you can just continue using it. Now, it doesn't have a cooldown, so if you CC a unit and say they've got 1 second left, you can CC another unit, and then if the first unit you CC'd is close to you, the debuff resets. So you can't stack it, but you can reuse it. And that was just a blind Q into the push. I think I knew he'd gone in there earlier. I think I'd caught him going in there. But we are able to Q him, and then my Kalista ults me, I'll go straight back in. One of the things you will notice is every time I get Kalista ulted this game, I'm just diving straight back into the enemy team. I was so aggressive this game. It was quite entertaining. But again, we pick up another kill. Xin Zhao comes down. He gets another assist. Our Kalista is really scaling now, 5, 2, and 6. We're not doing too bad ourselves. We finished off the first time and got boost. I see a Kali go in and I'm like, nah, that's my Xin Zhao, bro. get back. She flashes over the wall and then ults back, and I was like, yeah, maybe we can take this then. Unfortunately, oh, my Q barely misses. I didn't see how close that was in game. For some reason, Teemo goes in. He will die. So will we. But as you'll see in a second, our Xin Zhao is able to go back in and clean up the Akali. And I don't think Zed is able to... Yeah, he missed all his Qs there, unfortunately, so he's not going to be able to finish with the Jinx. She will be able to get under her tower, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. He does force a heal, though. I didn't know about that bit. Kennen is coming in. I believe... No, he didn't TP. He just ran all the way down. He's come down from top lane, though, and he will be able to pop our Xin Zhao's flash and even kill him. And then Kalista's like, yeah, okay, we can take him, and Zed's having none of it. He's not on the same wavelength. He's not interested. Unfortunate our Xin Zhao dies, but again, 8 to 17, it doesn't really matter if we give a death here or there, if we are getting like sort of 4 kills for it. And we're forcing Kennen out of the top lane, which will allow Mordekaiser to catch up a little bit on the CS deficit that he's unfortunately found himself in. I saw Teemo doing the ward. Unfortunately, I missed the hook. We will get several Rens out of Kalista. I will be able to ult, and that will unfortunately seal the deal for Teemo. I go back in because I'm like, yeah, we can kill the Jinx. Here I make a mistake. I stayed... I should have stayed under the tower, confirmed the kill on Jinx, and then backed out. Unfortunately, I backed out. Jinx plays it really well. Auto attacks to kill the Kalista, then immediately zaps, and I walk straight into it. Really unfortunate double kill that we've just given over there. And Jinx, surprisingly, bearing in mind I built this build around screwing the enemy ADC, I don't think I did a very good job, if I'm being fully honest with you. Unfortunately, she is backing on a control ward. Doesn't realise until it's far too late. She's going to go down to the Zed and the Xin Zhao. In top lane, we are seeing a little bit of a skirmish between Mordekaiser and Kennen, but I don't think anything comes from it. And we are just running straight back into bot lane. I didn't realise, I don't know why I didn't realise that my Kalista was pinging that she was going mid, but I was paying absolutely no attention. I think I saw the Teemo and I was like, yep, Zed, I'm coming with you, we're killing this Teemo. But, as you can see, I'm a little bit far away. What was it? Oh yeah, I wanted to get a ward down. I realised that I had, like, I was set on rewards and hadn't really placed any of them. So I didn't know Teemo was here at the time. He doesn't make himself known until now, I think, yeah. So we were looking to kill the Jinx. Unfortunately, we won't be able to, just because it said, oh, he had ult and ignite, but didn't go in for it. Fair enough, I'm guessing he didn't want to tank the tower. Although I was there to tank, so... Bit of strange decision making. We are seeing a fight up in the top lane. A little bit of a skirmish. Akali and Kennen are going on the Xin Zhao and Mordekaiser. They will make it away. The ult is popped from the Jinx. And I actually engage and just kill Teemo on my own with Jinx there. So this build does have capacity to solo kill. You need very specific circumstances, but it can be done. Did I kill the Teemo there? Hang on. Let's go back and see what happens here. Just because I am curious. Sorry, I am still not 100% with using the controls for this. So Teemo goes up top. He gets ulted. Oh no, ignore me. I didn't solo kill at all. I just caught him as Zed's ult wore off. So yeah, not quite a solo kill, but we do get the kill. There we go. This follow camera really isn't following, is it? I guess we're just manual camming it for a little bit. Do you work now? No, you don't want to work for me at all. Okay, no worries. We'll just manual cam for a bit. So we're just gonna farm with the bot lane a bit. I knew Kalista was coming in, so I was just waiting for her to get here. Push the wave in and possibly even look at getting a little bit more damage on the turret. just to kind of further extend our lead. Nothing else is really happening on the map. Mordekaiser's TP's top, so we know his TP isn't going to be up for another fight if we do have it. I walk on a Teemo shroom. As you'll see later in this game, they really tickle. The Teemo's build was very, very strange, to say the least. I don't think I was a fan. I don't think you could call me a fan. I see Teemo go in this push, and I'm like, yep, I'm just going to hook. Miss the hook, so just back off. Because I don't want to be caught too far forward. And then Jinx starts Wing me, and this is, I was getting annoyed here. I was like, bro, I just want it back. Let me go and buy some items. We did go Merchants, which I don't think I addressed earlier in the video. That was purely because they have 4 AP and a lot of CC. There's not a huge amount to say about it, to be honest, but I thought I'd just cover it quickly. So again, we are just farming the wave. There was really nothing to do at this point in the game. We could have looked for Drake, but Xin Zhao is on the top side, grabbing the Rift Herald. So there's no point. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll just farm. Miss another Q, looking for Teemo. He has moved back here. Obviously, we wouldn't know because it's Teemo. He's just wandering around doing his own thing. Jinx is just farming up the wave. Jinx is still relatively scary. She has got that Kraken Slayer finisher. She does do a lot of damage. And I think Kraken Slayer is probably one of the reasons that I didn't sort of influence her as much as I would like to. I was gonna back because of my HP, but I noticed they're doing Drake, and I'm like, okay, right, we can actually do something to them here. So do in. Immediately ult the Teemo. Really wrong target selection, but it was just the only target I could see at the time. I do go straight onto him with the Q. Couldn't find anything, but I do get Kalista ulted. I go back in onto the Jinx. As I said, we don't back out of anything. And that's just a Kali versus the Zed in a 2v, Zed and Kalista in a 2v1. Kalista is obviously able to kill her. She is very, very strong. She has the shield bow. Kali really has nothing to break that at the moment. So we will come out of that going 3 for 4. Unfortunately, Mordekaiser did die in the top side, but it's better than nothing. Kalista's just farming up bar. The Zed's gone back into the mid lane. I don't think anything comes out of this. Yeah, I think Kennen just pokes a bit and backs off. We're back alive now. We are coming towards the bot lane. I think my Kalista backs here, yeah. And I'm kind of like, so I just go bot. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll go towards the turret. I'll see what I can do there again. I have this really bad issue with playing support where I just kind of like, if I don't know what to do, I just run bot. So yep, just run bot. Your ADC will come in a minute. Whereas I could be looking for. I do proc my sweepers and get hit by it anyway. I remember like full on face palming for that one. Xin Zhao did come bot, and he puts Teemo at half HP. I'm like, yep, I'll board there. We'll see what's happening. We'll see if any funky shit's going on. Unfortunately, there was no funky shit to really be seen. And the other thing I should address is we have picked up the next 2 components for our next item. And that item will be Anathema's Chains. With Anathemas, you mark a target, and every second... Oh, we catch Q here, never mind, ignore me. So I go full in on this Jinx. Just hit everything. And unfortunately, I do think I die here. I flash Q to try and pull her back from the Xin Zhao and get past the minions. Unfortunately, she just ults me in the face and shoots me once and I die. Definitely a greedy play, but we do get the kill, we do get the turret. So, and as far as I'm concerned when I'm playing support, I play very much with my life as forfeit. My job is to get in, especially on engaged support, sorry, I should preface, and yeah, Teemo dies again, unsurprising. Kennen is here though, so I think actually Kalista dies as well, but we do get the turret here. So a lot of trading coming in. Oh, Kennen actually flashes there. I don't remember him catching up to Xin Zhao. Oh, he does. Not me. Yeah, Zed wants nothing to do with that. He's seen both the Akali and the Kennen. He's like, yep, nope. I've also just noticed we have 3 ninjas in this game. Anyway, back to the point I was on about. Anathemas, as you can see now, you choose a nemesis. And you gain stacks against that nemesis over 30 seconds. Oh, over 60 seconds. So you get a stack every 2 seconds. For each stack you get 1% reduced damage, up to a total of 30% damage reduction. And then at max stacks, your nemesis has 20% reduced tenacity when near you. I decided to, as you've just seen there, slap the Jinx with it. So Jinx will be doing 30% reduced damage to me, and will also have 20% in a minute. She will have 20% reduced tenacity when near me. And this is amazing when you're playing supports like Nautilus and Leona that can just layer constant CC onto the enemy, because you're effectively getting a 20% bonus to every single piece of CC you apply to that enemy. Really, really good stuff. We love to see it. We are just in bot lane again. We're just making sure that Kalista's safe. We know that there's kind of a little skirmish going on here. I unfortunately do miss my Q with Teemo flashing away. He's not doing any damage. He's got a really scuffed build at the moment. So he can't really do anything to the Kalista even if he tries. He's just playing like a little rat this game. So we are just pushing it through the bot lane. Unfortunately, Mordekaiser is having a really rough time into this cannon. He's just struggling to find anything, getting poked down a lot. I've been there, know how that feels. And as you can see, the Teemo Shroom really kind of does tickle us, you know. 130 damage, 160 damage. Not exactly life-threatening, I think would be the term I use there. So we're just going to back off. We know we can't really pressure this Akali or Jinx under the turret, and we can't pressure the turret because we don't know where Kennen is, and Kennen is actually becoming a huge threat, going 5-2. So we just back off. We just say, yeah, no, none of that, let's go. Again, we still do have an 8-kill lead. The Drakes are even, which is fine. Doesn't matter too much. And should one will come and grab the other room. There we go. Drakes are even. The next one's coming up. We're like, right, if we can get this, we'll be in a better place. I unfortunately hooked the wall, but I am able to ult the cannon. Unfortunately, can't get much chase down off of it. Cannon does move fast. Again, I miss another hook. Even on the wall, actually. So we are just playing again for a hook to be up again. I know it's the 2 build here at least, and just go in for it. We do get the Teemo. I can back out and look again for another hook onto the Echo. And our hook, when maxed, with this build, has a very short cooldown. Anyway, we're in another fight. Hook again onto the Akali. We're trying to burst down as much as possible. I get pulled in, not much health, but I'm like, yep, no, I'm going back in. I look to just CC the Echo so he can't dive onto my Kalista. I'm going to do a relatively good job, I think. Save the Kalista for a little bit. Unfortunately, Echo will dive back on her and kill her. However, Zed is able to flash through and Q him and kill him. Mordekaiser then TPs in after all that's happened. It's like, yeah, don't worry, guys, I've got the Drake. So a really late TP from Mordekaiser, but the thought was there. The thought was there. As I was saying, our Q, when we have these 2 items, it's a 20% and a 20% ability haste. So only 40 ability haste, but as you can see, 6 to 7 seconds on our Q, which means we can use it several times in a fight. Which comes in handy when you're kind of playing these fights where it's kind of like you go in, you come out, you go in, you come out. You can play a lot more pokey with it, and you can kind of throw those Qs out more often without worrying about not having it if the fight does start. Which is one of the other massive things about this build. You also build up resistances quite well. That's a lot of resistances on it. And you get more resistances from the mythic packs as well. Zed is bot side. There are 3 people pushing up. I think he was definitely looking for a kill on the Jinx. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming, yeah, I'm coming. He's just like, no, I'm not coming. Again, we get hit by a Teemo Shroom. Doesn't really do much to us. Less than 200 damage. We don't really care. Jinx misses her zap, which is lovely for us. We don't get revealed. We can just play like uber ratty in this bush. She's just farming bot lane. I really, really wanted to kill this Jinx, but no, I probably can do it solo just because I don't have the damage. Kalista is in mid lane. She's able to just get away from the Akali, so I was like, should I go mid? Should I go mid? I was like, yeah, I'll go mid, just to make sure that this Kalista doesn't die. And I even wanted to actually get an engage onto this Akali. We do get spotted, but that doesn't seem to really stop Akali. She does dive in. I'm able to ult her, and then CC her again with the Kalista ult. We do get the kill. Unfortunately, 2 people get caught by the cannon here. Both the Shinzao and the Mordekaiser do dive very quickly. I try and dive in to save it. Not enough. The Jinx is getting strong now, and we do unfortunately give over a triple to the Jinx. Zed wasn't there. Zed spent a lot of this game just split pushing, and it was really, really weird. It was almost like he thought he was playing Camille or Yorick or Fiora or something when he's playing an assassin. Unfortunately, they do pick up a lot off of that. Unfortunately, they do pick up a huge amount off of that. They get 2 turrets, which both have objective bounties, and then I believe even pick up a 3rd before we can really respawn. Zed is trying to push the bot lane, but he just doesn't have the down for really no CS to back. So yes, a 3rd turret goes with the objective bounty as well. They gained a huge amount of gold. off of that, unfortunately, for us. However, the cannon does overstay a little bit. Callista Hughes, but just can't find him, unfortunately, for the slow. So he is able to back off safely. Someone tried to surrender on our team as well. I can't remember who it was. But everyone was like, what the hell? No. It's going to work for me now? No. Fat chance. I do walk into another Teemo room, unfortunately. But I also knew that I really wanted to get some wards done. I thought I was being really cheeky here. I placed 2 wards here, so if they saw this one, they'd take it and not even think about checking the other side. I don't think it really matters. I don't think we ever check it. Unfortunately, Mordekaiser does get caught again. I see the Jinx, I'm like, right, immediately ult the Jinx and then turn back and try and stop the cannon. I really just want to kill the cannon here. Cannon has been such an issue for us. So I literally put everything to the cannon. Unfortunately, he just flashed away. And he is able to, unfortunately, escape, as well as Kalista dying to the Akali up here. Zed is in the top lane, and that's where the pings are coming, like, bro, why aren't you fighting with us? I think we're all a little bit confused as to why Zed was a split pusher all game. But hey, it happens. Xin Zhao's looking for the Echo. He's playing full rat tactics. Unfortunately, you can't find an Echo. It doesn't pick up the Spirit and goes on to take some of our jungle. Zed again is just trying to poise almost to stop the Akali. He doesn't really want to engage. He just wants to make sure that the Akali isn't diving straight onto the inhibitor and can't get much damage onto it, even if she does get a little. Zed will be able to walk straight over that, just cancel the damage out with his Edge of Night, which is nice. And he's gone for a full, proper, just max lethality type build, which is always nice to see. Yeah, Kalista bought more Reminder third item. This confused me in game. I remember looking at it and being like, why? They have Akali with Riftmaker, and that's their only form of healing, other than maybe Echo Ult, but Echo Ult heals so much that he's not going to notice a reduction. Almost. Hey-oh, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We do look for mid. Zed is able to get a massive pick onto the Akali, super quick pick. And back off. We're going into the mid lane to make sure our Kalista is safe. She doesn't get caught out by the Echo, who's clearly very raring to kill her. And I think we even look for this turret. And get it if I remember correctly. Yeah, we do. I was feeling really confident. I was like, yep, we can just play into them now. We can just dive on them. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. No one else was too solid about that. And we did see the Baron get pinged by Xin Zhao, so we do end up rotating up there to help him with that. Zed notices that the dragon's up, and I can't remember if he starts as solo or not. I know someone started a solo at some point in the game. Or one of the games I played today, who knows. But we have a very slow Baron. But we're all very tanky, so none of us are really dying, but neither's the Baron. Kalista is here. She's almost like holding off the entire enemy team by herself at this point. Just making sure that they can't take this Drake. We know we want it. I do completely think that the Baron Asher was the correct play for this time in the game, though, just because we weren't unsold. It was a good way to stop. Zed is just looking for a little bit of poke as they entry onto the dragon. Unfortunately, he's not going to get a huge amount, and they will be able to just take the dragon because the Echo is there with Smite. Kalista Ren can't beat it out. However, me, Xin Zhao, and Mord are coming in. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think they get the dragon and leave, and then just dissipate. And it's a good one. Unfortunately, Teemo does get caught. Unfortunately, so does Zed, to be fair. But we do catch 3 in the mid lane. Now, I was like, yeah, I'll go on Akali, and then couldn't get onto Akali, so I was like, you know what, I'll just farm the wave. We do chase Kennen down a bit, we don't get much from it. Mord is able to hold him, and I believe that will most likely be the death of Kennen. Again, I'm just farming. I'm like, yeah, I can't go over there right now, let's just farm. Akali dives in and pops ult and E to get out of the situation. I don't know why she didn't take a further path around and just back off, but here we are. She decided to go through the wall rather than around it. We catch a beautiful hook onto the Akali. I try and move further deeper in to try and CC someone else. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to. I played a lot of these fights really weird, where instead of layering my CC onto one person like I should have, just to secure kills, I tried to kind of CC everyone. which probably wasn't the best idea, but here we are. I was kind of pinging the cannon minion here. I'm like, right, just keep the cannon minion alive, it will do a lot of damage. I am able to hook the Teemo, that will be a dead Teemo. I really don't know why I exhausted the Teemo, there was no point. Kalista dives over the wall for some reason and dies. That one confused me. I back here, which was a very greedy back. I was trying to bait them in. And it does work successfully. I am able to catch the Echo with a hook. The Akali then dives on me, trying to kill me. She definitely agreed for me here. I was like, I'm a Nautilus, bro, you're not killing me. We are able to pick up Jinx and Echo, and then eventually kill Akali as well, with me living on less than 30 HP. As far as I'm concerned, we did really well there. Me and Jinzao were back. Zed goes for the turret. Mordecai is there to support him. Zed has to shadow out just to avoid getting one bang by Cannon, who was super strong, surprisingly. But that will be the end of that. We all back off, we all go home. And I pick up my next item. With the amount of MR that was coming through, I just picked up Force of Nature. Probably the best, if not second best, maybe to Spirit Visage MR right for Nautilus. After Spirit Visage got its changes where it does affect shields, maybe it's slightly better, but I knew I was struggling to get in a few other times onto some of the higher priority targets, so I thought, you know what, I'll just take the Force of Nature and get in a little bit easier. We are just farming them with again, two big burly boys. Just pushing it in. Kennen nearly gets caught by Kalista and Shinzo, and I noticed this and I move over. I was like, yeah, I can help. Kennen's miles gone by then. I do notice the Akali. Akali is out. I'm like, oh, that's a shame. I ward anyway. And then move up to the top lane again, just to pick up this wave. Just to force it under the tower so we can start looking for more objectives. I am able to catch a hook onto the Akali. We see Sia. She goes down. She doesn't go down. I greed again. I think I actually die here. No, I don't die here. I am able to get out. Kalista ults me. I'm like, yeah, I have low health. You know what? I'm going back in. The story of this game is I go back in, and unfortunately, the three of us stood on top of a cannon, which wasn't great. Shinzao will die and then get, unfortunately, Teemo shroomed and killed by the Jinx. And then as Mord comes out of his ult, Jinx and Teemo will kill him again. Definitely a greedy play by me. But that's how I played this entire game. Was what it was. And it was a fun playstyle. Zed again was weirdly split pushing bot lane. Unfortunately, he's not able to find anything. They do spot him out running away. And he will be able to slink his way back out of the shadows. Kalista goes top lane trying to stop Teemo. And here we are pinging the Drake because we know that if we get it, it's going to be good. Unfortunately, again, Teemo does get the top turret. What is a cannon? That's definitely Teemo. Anyway. we get that. And well, they get that. And we move on. We are picking the Drake. The Drake is absolutely the next huge objective that we really, really, really want to pick up this game. We know that if we get the soul, it's going to be so much easier. We have a lot of damage on our team, other than me, pretty much. And even then, I do benefit a little bit in the late game from the Drake. So I go in and clear the wards. Akali dives in. She doesn't really find much. She only popped her Evo, so you do have to be careful of her ult. Zed does... oh, he ults Jinx, but he's unable to find a pick because of stopwatch. What a wonderful item. I get an ult on the Echo, unfortunately it doesn't really do much. I Q the cannon, we take him out before he has a chance to ult all of us. And then I see Akali dive in, and I move back to sort of playing defensive. I get ult by Kalista, and I'm like, yeah, fuck defensive, we're going full in. We are able to take out most of the team. It is just the Echo versus the Mordekaiser now, and the Akali in the backline. Me and the Jinzao look to Drake, while the rest of the team chase down Echo. Akali tries to come back in, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to run after you. Like, if you think you're not touching this objective. I know you think you're touching it, but you're not touching it. Just CC her, just make sure she can't really get onto it. Jinzao does smite early. It's quite lucky that we actually kill that. Akali is over the wall and just gets away because Akali thinks, wow, I thought she went over here. I am blind. Zed clearly noticed her. And we'll pick up the kill as well. But yeah, I kind of played uber defensive on that Drake. I was like, no, you're not touching him, he's my Drake. I don't want you anywhere near my son. Well, this is annoying, isn't it? Anyway, we do back while Callista and Jinzao are pushing in the mid lane. I think I spent a longer time in base trying to decide what I wanted. Unfortunately, Callista gets caught against the wall, cannot escape, and dies. And Jinzao, I believe, does make it out. And this is what I was talking about with the team. He went Ludens and Nashes. I kind of expected Leandries or Everfrost or something, but no, the Ludens. The Nashes I'm fine with. The Ludens is just very confusing, and the fact that you built them both together almost, that was the other thing that really confused me. At this point in the game, I was like, guys, it's starting to get close. These fights aren't quite as one-sided as they were earlier in the game. Can we start maybe looking to end the game? Clearly the enemy team were looking for me, but I'm far too sneaky for them. Again, we get hit by a Q auto and Team Mushroom, and it barely does 600 damage. So we're quite happy to walk out of there and just do our own thing. I do see 3 here chasing the Mordekaiser. I'm like, yeah, I can help. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite help as much as I thought I could, as you'll soon see. I do get caught in the middle of 5, which is a really bad play by me, really bad. I definitely got cocky with some of my engages this game. I will die. Shinzai will fortunately get away from the cannon. And unfortunately, between Zhonya's and Echo Ultimate, Mordekaiser won't be able to find him. Teemo doesn't make himself known, so he does get killed, but I believe that Mordekaiser will get CC'd down and unfortunately die. But then Cannon, he over-aggresses. He does unfortunately get Jinzao, but definitely a very greedy play. And Zed and Callista are still alive, and they're kind of the 2 biggest threats on the team. So it's not that the enemy team can really do anything. If they go Baron, they kind of threaten Zed picking up a double kill and picking up Baron anyway. They can push, but well, you can see how that goes. Echo gets ulted and dies. Oh, that was unfortunate. Callista flashes in trying to kill Akali and does do it, but then she kind of stands in Jinx's face and lets Jinx tear her to pieces with the minigun. Unfortunate play, but it's not the end of the world. She trades 1 for 1. See, I saw this ult coming in, I was like, I'll dodge it, and then walk straight into it, so I can't really complain too much. But my plan is now to just go and make sure that the area around the Baron is clear. Jinzao has been pinging it, he wants to go and do it again. I think there's either 2 or 3 Barons this game. There were a lot of Barons though. A lot more Barons than there was ever need for. There is sound, it just sounded like that wasn't. Anyway, I make sure that the wards are all clear. Just make sure that if they do decide to aggress, we'll know about it first. And then we do start on the Baron. It's going to be a considerably quicker Baron than the last time. We have Zed here to help us out. I think 1 or 2 of the enemy team members knew or was kind of onto us at this point. But it doesn't matter. With Zed, with me, Jinzao, and Mordekaiser, it does go down too quick. Callista is here to help. I just play backline again, saying, look, you wanna come, you can come through me. I ult the cannon. I'm gonna be able to lock him down. Unfortunately, he does ult and catches 3 of us inside, which wasn't great. I get ulted by Callista, and immediately, not immediately actually, quite late, throw myself back into cannon. I knew the cannon was the biggest threat, I just wanted to make sure he couldn't do anything. We do kill him, unfortunately, he kills us, but we are able to pick up both the, well, Jinx, I believe? Yeah, Jinx on the backline. Jinzao picked up Teemo, and Mordekaiser will chase down Echo again. And eventually kill him for the ace. So we have Baron on 2 members still. You know, every time we team fight, we can win it. I think our team definitely overthought a lot, and I think it happens quite a lot in low elo. Teams overthink what they need to do. This game was as simple as pushing us 5 and just team fighting. We have the better team fight. As long as we don't get caught up by cannon ult, we sort of win most team fights. Definitely thought too much about that. So the Infernal Drake is back up. This will be our last Infernal Drake. This will give us Infernal Soul, which will be huge, absolutely huge for us. Mordekaiser's just farming the top lane. He wants to get another inhibitor. We do get the mid inhibitor as well from Jinzhou. Jinzhou dives on the Infernal Drake, and that should be Infernal Soul. No one's really up to contest it. The first two people that are coming up are going straight to Mordekaiser. Jinx fires a Hail Mary out, doesn't catch much. And Maud's just going to walk out. Maud don't care. So we do pick up Soul, which is huge for us. We are very happy to have that. I do pick up my last item. I believe I changed that later in the game, but I have picked up the Spirit Visage, as I said, with the buffs to the shield. Makes a very good option for Nautilus. Unfortunately, Akali will dive onto the Mordekaiser, and I believe he does get killed here. Yeah, does unfortunately die there. We're in the mid lane. I'm like, hello Jinx, I can take you if I want. I couldn't. I have no armor items. As you can see, we're severely lacking in comparison. However, with Jinzhou here, I was like, yeah, we can take this. Unfortunately, then Teemo and Echo show up, and the we can take this mentality slowly dissolves into sadness. Teemo does still die, which is great for us, but unfortunately, so do me and Jinzhou. Really unfortunate, just a bit over aggressive, not enough information. Definitely should have kind of gone, well, where the hell are the enemies before we went in on that play. Excuse me, taking a drink again. So the game state kind of resets now. There's not really much to do. We've got the Drake down, the Baron down. It kind of resets this neutral state where you kind of farm up. Akali had some weird plays this game. I appreciate the balls, but she dives in on Zed, gets absolutely murked for it. And that will, again, 50-second timers. This is... It does become very dangerous when you get to this state in the game. Zed is full build, so the gold doesn't mean much on him, but the timer on Akali does mean a lot. Zed is playing a very dangerous game, just running around the enemy jungle. He does get caught by a few abilities, but he's just going to be able to shadow out. Kennen dives in, looks for an ultimate, only catches the Mordekaiser, luckily. Mordekaiser will go down, unfortunately, and then so will Kalista for diving in and getting too greedy. Zed is able to make it out, though. I believe Zed has a shutdown, bearing in mind he's got 273 CS, and he's 13-3. I could be wrong, but we're not giving that shutdown over quite yet, which is nice. I'm back to pushing down the middle, because at this point in the game, I'm like, guys, I'm a support in late game. I'm not really doing much. Can we extend this, please? You know, I didn't really have much to do. I do go in for this. Unfortunately, she backs too early, and I catch the wall. But shit happens. Unfortunately, the Jinx does get away. We aren't able to catch her. I do end up switching out my Spirit Visage for the Thornmail. I realise the Jinx is actually doing way more, even though I'm really, you know, I bought I bought this specifically to stop her. She has got to 20 and 11. She is a massive threat, so I was like, right, let's go Thornmail instead. Just cut down some of the damage from her and make sure that she's actually getting punished for hitting me if she does decide to hit me. And as well, I don't think she has any sort of healing. She's got Elixir of Wrath now, which gives her a little bit, I believe. Yes, and then also a Stasis Blood, so she has a little bit of healing. Not a huge amount, but it will kind of help. Again, would have been nice if I could get something else, but I wasn't really buying it for the Bruce Winter, so I was absolutely buying it for the damage. Kennen actually gets a bit greedy there, and we are able to catch him out. I flash ult the Jinx, I was like, yeah, we can catch her, and I think we do actually end up getting, yeah, because Zed's there. Catches the kill onto the Jinx. I catch the Echo. He's forced to Zhonya's. He does unfortunately die because he's in the middle of all 5 of us. So it's just Akali and Teemo. We know we have a wave coming up here in mid lane. So no, we can go in. I go in for another dive because what the hell else am I supposed to do on Nautilus? Nearly died to the turret. I'm saved by Kalista. I went to dive on Akali, but I did it too late, so I actually dived next to her, but we're still able to pick up the kill. We just shove in this wave, try and give them as many minions alive. Teemo just get dived on with the Jinzhou and the Kalista and does die. So we just finish off the first Nexus turret, finish off the second Nexus turret, and that will be GG. So I will get right on in to the post-match graphs. So we do come out to the scoreboard. We went 7-13 and 27, so loads of kill participation, you know, 34 kills. I think that was the most in the game. Oh no, 38 from the other stat. But yeah, still, shit ton of kill puts and 32 actually from the Jinx. I digress. We helped a lot. And then we go to the graphs, and surprisingly, I actually did more damage than both the Xin Zhao and the Mordekaiser, only by a little bit, but more damage is still more damage. And if I can remember how to get to it, yeah. We look at the crowd control score, obviously 144. Nautilus is always going to have crazy crowd control scores. He's just so good when it comes to locking down targets. But a really fun build and a really effective build at just shutting down an ADC. I didn't demonstrate it well this game, but purely that's because I played. I didn't play to the best as well as I could have, and definitely didn't utilize what I had against Jinx as much as I could. But anyway, I really hope you enjoy that build, and I definitely recommend giving it a go. Super effective, really cheap, only 5,000 gold for your first 2 items. They're both effectively, you know, support items in terms of cost, so I'd definitely give it a go. Hi guys, thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please remember to like and subscribe, and comment on anything you want to see me play or think that I could do better. I'm obviously just starting to get into YouTube, so any advice, positive feedback, or even criticism would be appreciated. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.